On our recent GFB Presidents trip to Washington, D.C., members attending got a very interesting briefing from Michael Dwyer, Director and Chief Economist for USDA's Foreign Agricultural Service. I wanted to share some of his insight with you, and I know you're going to be encouraged by what he had to say.
Well, we are the world's largest exporter. We're the second largest importer after the EU. The EU is the world's largest. We're the second largest. But our surplus is $45 billion. That's our projection for 2011. That's the largest in the world. We have the largest agricultural trade surplus of any country, and frankly, it's probably going to grow from there.
The trade forecast for 2011 is projected to be $135 billion, with our #1 market for the very first time being China at nearly $20 billion.
Do you realize it's cheaper to deliver stuff from New Orleans to Shanghai than it is to move it from the inland of China to Shanghai, because the infrastructure is that bad? The trains moving the grain has grown in the north and the major consumption areas are in the south. It's cheaper to bring U.S. product in.
Dwyer says the U.S. has learned that you never take a customer for granted, and that even though the demand for food is rising worldwide, we still have a lot of competition from the Brazilians, Argentinians, Australians, and the Canadians. Even with that, things are looking very good.
It looks rosy going forward. Once again, this is largely a function of the demand is just so powerful coming out of the developing world right now. As their incomes rise and the middle classes rise, they're going to import more products, and we're the world's largest exporter. We export almost everything the world wants to buy, and we got a cheap dollar at our back, which helps us be competitive vis-a-vis other countries.
Let's talk about the weak dollar.
The low dollar means that the income of other countries is actually going up in their currency, which means their purchasing power is growing even faster than their economic growth. That favors us. It also makes us competitive vis-a-vis other competitors like Brazil and the like that have an expensive currency. We're just more competitive for new business.
Dwyer says there is a very bright light at the end of the tunnel, that in his 30 years in the business, he's never been more bullish on American agriculture.
The demand is just so powerful right now out of the developing world. And by the way, 95% of the world's population lives outside the U.S. Of all industries in the U.S., we're one of the most export sensitive of any of them. So when the global economy does well, as it's doing in these emerging markets, it naturally is going to favor us. Most of the prosperity that we're realizing today is due to a strong global market.
And finally, I asked him what the most important message would be that farmers need to hear today.
I think the Secretary of Agriculture, Tom Vilsack, said it best at the Outlook Forum when he says, bet on American agriculture. I mean, the problems of the world, hunger and producing enough food to feed a growing world are immense, but don't bet against U.S. agriculture. We're productive, we got good management techniques, we're great stewards of the land. If anyone's going to do well and respond to this new global demand, it's going to be American farmers. We're optimistic, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the way it plays out.